Hi, welcome to another edition of Can DC Suck Even More? Today, what we have is Justice League Dark number 23 and Superman Unchained number 3. So let us hope that DC can pull themselves out of this rut that they're in. Let's look at Justice League Dark, part 5 of 6 of the Trinity War. Everything is pushing towards this point where everything is going to be geared towards this explosive finale. So let's see what we're dealing with here. First of all, what we have is this box. And, I know they keep calling it a box, but maybe they didn't understand what this thing really is, but it's a freaking golden skull. A golden skull is not a box. A box is a square thing, and there's 4 sides, and it doesn't look like a skull that can't open. 2. This thing is like this. Nobody can touch this skull. For 4 issues before this, and suddenly this becomes this hot potato where everybody and their dog touches the box. And even now, I'm still calling it a box. It's a golden skull. And then, really, Wonder Woman punching Hawkman like that with the skull. I mean, I don't understand why that didn't go flying out of her hands. And why is Aquaman ready to pierce her with a trident? See, the thing is, I understand that the skull is starting to influence people and make them go a little wonky. But, there's certain things that I'm like going, well, if you're going to do this part where you're going to take the trident and get ready to stab her, you should at least stab her. You shouldn't just pretend. And finally what happens is Shazam gets the box. And I'm like, why is Shazam even here? He's like, well, geez, Wonder Woman, I thought that you needed help. How did he know where she was? All I heard him do was cry and complain. I want to go home. I don't really want to be here anymore. And Constantine used me and took my powers so he could use the thing, and I don't want to go home. And he goes home, and then he suddenly teleports, poof, magically right where everybody's at. Did somebody leave him like a GPS thing, or maybe texted him saying, hey, we're down the street? No, never happened. Why is he here? I didn't think Shazam has this power where he can be a tracker like Wolverine. Maybe if he sensed the magic, there should have been a line that says, Wonder Woman, I sensed the magic, and I followed you. And then you'd just be called a stalker. So then Shazam gets the skull, and he becomes evil, and everybody becomes evil, and then they realize, hey, wait a second, I know where Xanadu is because there was an influx in the magic, and blah, 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 blah. Wonderful. Then there's a part where Amanda Walker's like, everybody's like, Amanda Walker's this evil person, and she set the Justice League up for fail. And then Amanda's like, I didn't do nothing wrong, you don't understand. This is not the time and place to talk about this. We need to get people to safety. And then Firestorm's like, she made me make kryptonite. I mean, if I was Green Arrow, I would have just shot her with an arrow and killed her on the spot. And I don't understand why she's still standing after hearing those words. Because, man, Firestorm just proved her wrong and proved that she's been a lying hoe bag, and I would have killed her. That's simple. But this is a comic book. And then, because, we need to have more people touch the skull, Frankenstein gets the skulls, and then you get Xanadu gets the skull. Zatanna gets the skull, and then Constantine finally gets the skull, and Constantine doesn't even get affected. I'm like, oh my god. But on the plus side, we're finally near the end. And we already know how it's going to end, because guess what? They told us how it's going to end. Why even bother? I ask you, why do we bother when we already know how it's going to end? We should just save ourselves the, $4.95? $3.99? And just start Hero Villains Month, and then know that we're going to pay up through the nose for that. Alright. Superman Unchained. Big bad villain is taking down Superman. And basically this is a power trip between Lane and wanting to talk to Superman on the level where Superman's got to kneel. So I think we have some S&M tendencies possibly going on here, some bondage, maybe. And then, we still don't know who this person is, other than that he came from space. We get a little bit of an origin. You have Lois is in trouble, and that's a bad life choice to be on that plane because Clark can't hear you. He's too busy fighting. Now, this is the thing I don't understand. You have this big battle. Not even a big battle, but you have this battle. You have Lane going, Superman, you will talk to me on your knees. And Superman's going, oh, hell no, I'm not going to do that. And you have this type of a stance. And then the next thing, hey, Superman, would you like a guided tour of my underground facility that you can't see because of the layers of lead that's separating us from the outside world? And Lane's walking around going, hey, Superman, how's it going? Yeah, we wish we could do this type of thing more often because, we'd like to talk to you every now and then, but you're always so busy saving people's lives. And, this is what we got, our trophy room, and this is our map room, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wait a second, did I miss some pages here? Did something happen in between these two things? Because I don't know. I mean, the last thing I saw was Superman getting his ass whooped, and then a guided tour. And then it hit me. And this is a spoiler part. We get to this thing saying, burp, 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 alarm, alarm, and then there's these, there's some trouble going on. So they go, Superman, why don't you go save these people and then bring your buddy who nobody knows about. And now he's your BFF. And I'm going, oh, really? And then he's got this hood, this magical hood that you can travel at such a rapid speed and it stays on your head. Never seen anything like that before. Anyways, so they go to Japan and then they're set up for this big battle to take place. And then he goes, well, Superman, I've always wanted to fight by your side, but I guess I'm just going to have to kill you now. That's what I did. I flipped the comic book. Because why do you have to go through all of this nonsense? You've already proven the villain is superior. You've already proven that Lane has technology that can take down Superman. Why don't you just do it? Back in the desert. Why do you take him into the lair, show him around, and then take him to Japan so he can fight and then cause property damage? Oh, jeez, my God. Ah. Anyways, if you have any comments or questions down below, tell me, am I wrong? Tell me if you think that this writing is actually better than what I'm portraying it, or am I hitting it on this? Am I hitting it like that? Because this is just, I don't know. It's insulting.